Apparently, there was a bit of a situation last night, Joan, in New York.
Oh, yeah?
So apparently, French President Emmanuel Macron, his motorcade was stopped by New York police due to road closures because Trump's convoy was headed into the United Nations. So Macron was stuck in all of the road closures himself. He tried to call Donald Trump to request the roads be reopened. But after the call, he said, I guess I'm going to have to walk. And he walked through the streets of New York to the French embassy with his security detail.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, when the official presence is there, you don't mess with it.
Do you know what's so funny? Do you think the average American would even recognize Emmanuel Macron?
No. Isn't he? In my head, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems as though he's not in stature. He's not a very big guy.
You're like tall.
He's not tall. He's not.
Listen, Joan, it's okay. His wife is a man, and she can take care of him. He's according to Candace Owens. He's totally kidding.
Well, we know that she's got a good jab.
A good hook.
Yeah.
A good hook, which you hit him in the airplane.
We have conflicting measurements. Business Insider says he's 5'7". Dimensions.com says he's 5'10".
Okay, well, I'm 5'5", so that makes me feel really short, but whatever.
Well, I mean, our president's 6'4", so. On a world stage, we're still representing.
And that's why he can stop all the traffic in New York.
That's exactly right. I think it's funny. I would love to hear that phone call between Trump and Macron. If you know what? If Trump sees Emmanuel Macron is calling him, do you think he lets it go to voicemail?
Hello, you've reached Donald. I'm not taking calls at this time from your administration.
I don't know, but I do. I thought that was very funny. So Jimmy Kimmel is back tonight. Let's just go ahead and talk about that real quick. People are asking me, oh, by the way, can I just be a little ADD for a sec?
Okay.
So we did the whole thing on Trump and Tylenol.
Right.
I had a whole bunch of people send me a whole bunch of messages on either text message or direct message and so forth about Tylenol. Because Make America Healthy Again, MAHA.
Yeah.
My friends within MAHA, and I've got many, are hitting me saying that MAHA has known for years that there is a link between Tylenol and autism. So in addition to what I presented, which is a whole bunch of studies that have said that there is a possible link between the two, MAHA has been they've known about this forever. Make America Healthy Again. They've known about this forever. So that's number one. And I got notes from a whole bunch of folks. But I also got this from a mom. You ready for this? Hey, Dan. I'm not going to say her name. Hey, Dan. I have 4 kids. My first 2 kids, I did not take Tylenol, and they don't have autism. My second set of kids, I took Tylenol, and both of them are autistic. So she says, for me, it could be true that Tylenol could be that link to autism. However, she says, my kids are amazing. It doesn't matter to me what caused it. The Lord knit them together in my womb, so I trust his will for my children.
Well, I love faithful people like that.
I do too. I told her I loved her attitude.
Yeah.
So anyway, and again, I will tell you that I trust MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. I trust those folks far more than I trust all the media outlets that are out there saying, there's no link. This is all unscientific. When you've got all of these different studies that are showing that there is a possible link. So
this has been going on for years. And getting worse and worse and worse every single year. And Biden did zippity-doo-dah.
Oh.
Obama did zippity-doo-dah. So let's not.
Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, Joan, hold on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now? I've done it again. My windows are rolled down and it's raining like heck outside.
Oh, no.
Do you know I've done this before? I did this years ago. My windows are rolled down and it's raining cats and dogs.
You mean in our parking lot right now?
In our parking lot. My windows apparently are rolled down.
Do you want me to take your keys and go do something?
Somebody's got to take Grandpa's keys. No, I'll you know what? My keys are in my locker. So there's nothing I can do. Do you know what I had to do last time, Joan? We had an advertiser who, thank you, Leviticus, thank you very much. We had an advertiser who had to clear out my car, had to clean out my car, dry it up because it was so wet. I mean, this was a hellacious storm. And Doogie came in. Remember, well, you guys don't know Doogie. Doogie used to do traffic. And he walked in, and I was doing a show in some other city. And they walk in, and he says, hey, do you drive at the time it was a Jeep, do you drive a Jeep Patriot? And I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, your windows are rolled down. And I mean, this was like storm like you've never seen before. And so we had an advertiser, I forget who it was, but cleaned it right up. And it was really nice. They had to dry it and everything. How do I do this? I've done it again. I don't know how I do this, but somehow I've left my windows rolled down again. And now, not only is my car going to stink to high heaven, it's going to be all wet. But you know that people are laughing at me in the hallways.
Oh,
you know, that's going on as well. And, of course, listeners are laughing at me as well.
Yeah, the YouTube chat immediately started spurring more messages about it.
You know what? I deserve this. Because when I get to work, I'm so, and my wife will tell you this, both wives will tell you this, that when I'm in a hurry, and I was running a little late today, when I'm in a hurry, I just jump right in the building as quickly as I can. But I don't know why my windows would be rolled down. So I don't know.
Did you? Yeah. When I came in, it was pouring like crazy. So it wasn't raining when you were coming in?
No, it wasn't. It was very slight. So my day has just been made.
Sure
anyway,
has.
I'm going to go to traffic. I say I can't go out there and roll my windows up for another 5 minutes. You know what? Here's the great thing for the bosses. This will be the one break that I actually take on time at 20 minutes after the hour. So we also have flash flood warnings.
Yeah, flash flood warning just came in. People are probably getting it across their phones, too, through whatever weather app or anything they're connected to.
Apparently, there is a flash flood warning, Joan, in my car.
Yeah.
You know, I have something for that.
Wow. Okay. Enough. It's not funny. People are making fun of me on the super text line, too. It's all good. Hey, I think, did we take out another drug boat? I think there was another drug boat. This time it wasn't coming from Venezuela. It was coming from somewhere else. Will you look that up for me, Sam, real quick? So Trump apparently has taken out another boat. I think it was coming from Colombia.
Dominican Republic.
All right. So,
the Dominican Republic said it recovered cocaine from boat struck by the U.S.
Okay. Where was that boat originating from? Do we know?
We are looking
Trump has taken out another drug boat. I love this. Marco Rubio was, looks like he was on CBS this morning, and he talked about how, you know what? We will take out these boats. I love Marco Rubio.
Because interdiction doesn't work. You want to stop these drug cartels, you have to make clear to them they're not going to get their boats here. Interdiction, they don't care about losing a boat. They don't care about losing some drugs. They've already factored that into their business model. What will stop them completely is if they know if they go out there, they're not going to make the journey. Look, this is an imminent, immediate threat to the United States. If you tell me there's a boat full of drugs headed towards the United States, to drop off drugs here and poison our people. That's as big a threat as if some, country was coming in to attack an American city. It needs to be stopped. The way it's been handled in the past hasn't worked. And boy, let me tell you something. You're not seeing nearly as many boats right now as you were a couple weeks ago. So it has worked and it will continue to work. And the president's very simple. He's not going to continue to allow these drug cartels to flood America with poisonous drugs that are killing our people indefinitely.
There's a reason. I'm just telling you, friends, there is a reason why, and we were sharing it earlier with you, there's a reason why the American people trust Donald Trump more and Republicans more with crime. And that's the bottom line. And for me, I think that almost every single action that Donald Trump does, this is the great thing about the news cycle today. The great thing about everything that Donald Trump does is it has the left has the complete opposite reaction. So when everything that you do, like trying to protect Americans by shutting down the border or take out Venezuelan drug boats coming from other parts of the world as well, and you've got the Democrats, talking about how, oh, this is something an authoritarian would do. Okay, fine. Then let the president be an authoritarian by their definition, but he'll be protecting the American people. By the way, now we're ADD because I'm really worried about my car, which I left the windows down in case you're just joining us. Thankfully, I believe it stopped raining now, but this is going to be bad. Kamala Harris, in her first live television interview since the November 2024 election loss. So, Joan, I guess it is her first long-form television interview.
Oh, okay.
Hard-hitting interview with Rachel Maddow.
Maybe I've seen her just speaking because she spoke about her book before.
She did.
So maybe that wasn't just a long-form interview.
So the question about her culpability in Joe Biden staying in the race, right? Yeah. Because remember, one of the things, and we mentioned this earlier, was that she is saying that Biden was reckless for not dropping out sooner. We talked about that. That is apparently going to be in her book. And I did ask the question, well, Kamala, what about you? What about your culpability? Because you were the vice president, and you and the rest of the Democrats should have said something, but you didn't. This is the Democrats' issue. This is, by the way, what she told MSNBC and Rachel Maddow about Joe Biden sticking in the race.
When I write this, it's because I realize that I have and had a certain responsibility that I should have followed through on. Where my head was at the time is that it would come off as being completely self-serving.
If you said to President Biden that you did not think he should run again.
Yeah, or even that he should question whether it's a good idea.
All right, so, but what's the excuse for the entire Democrat Party? So here's the bottom line is, with everything that we've talked about with Kamala's book, is that it was one bad decision after another. It was, what's the best way to say this? Bad judgment. She exhibited poor judgment every step of the way. I don't buy that at all, by the way. Neither did Josh Shapiro, by the way. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro said Kamala Harris is going to have to answer for not publicly raising concerns about former President Joe Biden's fitness to do the job before the 2024 presidential election, telling Stephen A. Smith in an interview to be released that her silence needs explaining. Absolutely right. Telling Smith, I have not read the former vice president's book, but he did say that Kamala Harris is going to have to answer for how she was in the room and yet never said anything publicly. And I think it is obvious that she lied. She clearly lied. Shapiro, the story continues, who was among a short list of candidates for vice president under Kamala Harris before she picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, added that he voiced his own doubts privately to Biden's team. So Josh Shapiro is literally admitting that he knew that Biden was cognitively dissolving, and he chose not to say anything either. And I'd be willing to bet that there is audio out there of Josh Shapiro saying that Joe Biden is sharp as a tack. So when we go into the 2028 presidential campaign, we've got audio from Kamala Harris and Josh Shapiro and Gavin Newsom, all of them lying to the American people about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. So Shapiro can't just go after Kamala Harris. He's got his own culpability in all of this. So if Joe Biden was reckless, then what do you call Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, or Josh Shapiro? It seems to me like they were reckless too. He actually says, Josh Shapiro actually says, I told them my concerns. Well, Josh, then why didn't you tell your concerns to the Washington Post, the New York Times, or the American people? At least George Clooney had the testicular fortitude to call BS. That commercial was crap. I am out of breath because you know what happened, Joan? I got to give them a make good. I'm breathing heavily because I locked myself out of the building.
Dan, oh my gosh. You went out to rescue your car because your windows were open while it's raining, right?
Yes.
So you got out the door and you forgot the key to get back in the building?
And then I come back in and I'm locked out.
Oh my God.
The Wi-Fi may be booming, but Dan's speed was not.
And then I sit down and Sam says you've got 5 minutes before 5 seconds before your Xfinity spot. And so I'm like, oh my God. So this has not been.
You all make good.
I do. I'll talk to sales.
Dan?
I'm sure that people love listening on the radio to me breathing heavily through a commercial. I feel like I owe everyone an apology. But anyway, here's the bad news.
Yeah.
My car is soaked.
Oh.
My car is just drenched. I left, for people that don't know, I was in mid-monologue, and Leviticus came in and told me that I had left my car window rolled down. I don't know how I did that. So it's raining cats and dogs here, probably a couple of deer and buffalo too. And so all of that water is, so we're talking about a flood warning or whatever it was.
Yeah, flash flood warning.
A flash flood warning. There's a flash flood watch in my, in the back of my car.
Go have some wet cheeks later.
Yes, indeed. That's all right. Listen, I'm blessed and worse things have happened in my life, certainly. So welcome on in. By the way, Chris Hand is, I guess, stuck in traffic with all the miserable traffic things going on right now.
Mason Fleming, too.
His car's floating down 24.
I didn't realize the rain was going to be this bad this morning. Did you, Joan?
Well, I mean,
we had storms off and on predicted, so I guess I should have known.
You should have known to roll up your windows.
You know, people are like ridiculing me on the super text line. It's like, Dan, well, first of all, if people noticed that your window was down,
right?
Why didn't they roll it back up? Well, this isn't the 1970s. You don't have a handle thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
made those well into the 90s.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in any event, they need the keys to roll up my window, so.
Super Texture 2531 wanted to know if USS works on vehicles.
Yeah, when he was reading that, he looked at me through the glass. It's raining, and I about fell out of the chair.
It sure is. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I have not even checked my phone to see what kind of ridicule my wife has hit me with this morning.
Oh, come on. She probably understands.
That is just, she understands because she lives with me. Oh, she's not listening. Good. Yeah, because Amy is the first one to send me a note ridiculing me if I do something dumb like I did this morning. Mm-hmm. And of course, again, I never learn because I've done this before.
So she doesn't know?
Amy, no. And don't tell her.
Amy.
I'm talking on the radio. Don't text her.
Why?
Joan Jones.
We're friends.
Are you, Joan? I thought you and I were closer. You're going to tell my wife the stupidity that I did because clearly she's got other stuff. Oh, she's in a meeting. She's in a meeting. Anyway, hey, let's have some fun with Brandon Johnson. All right, so we all know Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago. And this is what he said. And I have not heard this yet, Joan. But apparently he said this about jails and incarceration. Listen to this.
The fact of the matter is we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. The fact of the matter is...
he just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Isn't crime a sickness? To use his analogy, crime is the sickness and jails and incarceration are the medicine, right?
When you cannot behave in a proper and polite society, you have to be removed from the proper and polite society and placed in a place where you can learn a lesson.
Well, and here's the deal. The problem that Brandon Johnson has is that his words don't carry any water because his city is crime-ridden. His city is absolutely crime-ridden. And so now, and you've got all kinds of people commenting on this. And let's not forget, that this is the same guy that said, do not come to Chicago when he was talking about President Trump and the...
oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason. There is a reason why Republicans are more trusted with crime than Democrats. It is so crazy that they don't see this. And
isn't it true that if a criminal is behind bars, they're not on the streets creating crime?
Right.
It's
like if you see a fire in your kitchen, put it out.
Well, according to Jasmine Crockett, committing a crime doesn't make you a criminal.
Right. Yes.
I mean, isn't that a good analogy, though? Like, if there's a fire in your kitchen, put it out. If there are criminals running the streets, then put them in jail.
If there's rain coming down, put your windows up.
Am I ever going to live this down?
No. Mm-mm. No.
You think I'm going to end up as Murphy's nincompoop in the news?
Oh, that. I'm going to submit it.
Why don't you do that, Joan? Go ahead and just rub it in. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to dry it out. Like, last time, I forget the advertiser that helped me out last time. I can't remember who it was, but somebody helped me out last time because I don't want my car to smell. You know what I mean? Like,
You need zero res.
I don't know if I don't think Zero Res does cars. I don't think they do cars. They do homes.
Yeah.
But, and it's funny because it reminds me when my daughter, I've told this story before, when my daughter, we all had junker cars when I was, younger, in my 40s and 50s, whatever. I gave my daughter my car, right? Yeah. My Toyota Tercel. And I just kind of passing down the cars. I gave her my beloved Toyota Camry that I drove for years. And my last thing that I said to her was, honey, take care of my Camry. You think she took care of the Camry?
Not based on that.
At the age
tone.
of 16?
Oh, no.
No.
So you know what she would do? She would buy, I kid you not, she would buy like milk-based coffee products.
Oh.
And it would spill in the back seat. Like she'd leave a little bit in the back seat.
Yeah.
She had science experiments growing in her car.
I bet that smelled great.
And she's like, Dad, I don't...
No, she didn't.
She said, she did. She said, Dad, I don't know why my car smells. And I said, I don't know, honey. It's been a long time since I've given you that car. I mean, have you looked around the car? Well, so I go in to her car. And I will say that I was like this at 16, too. But there's like layers of like stuff. And so I start, like just trying to undig, trying to pinpoint the smell. And I kid you not, there was growth. There was something growing in the backseat of her car.
That's gross.
Because she had a little carpet, in there. Mm. And stuff was growing in the back of her car. I said, honey, you got stuff growing back there.
Yeah, you gotta treat that stuff quickly.
It was the funniest thing. I mean, I was very upset at the time. Very upset. But we cleaned it up, and that was a big, almost an all-day project. And so I now need to make sure that, because you know what? I hate to say it. Joan, is your car clean or dirty right now?
Oh, it's clean.
Is it clean?
Yeah.
Sam?
That's pretty clean.
Is it pretty clean? Define pretty clean.
I mean, I don't have any food causing bacterial or fungal growth anywhere.
My daughter gets it honest. If you looked at my car right now, do you know what you would see?
The beginnings of mildew?
No, I would not see the beginnings of mildew. But you know what you would see?
Rivers, floods.
Besides that, yes.
Okay.
Whole bunch of old Starbucks coffee cups.
Really?
That's what you would see in my back seat. That's one of the reasons why I actually didn't, and in my car. That's one of the reasons I didn't want Leviticus, who was kind enough to say, give me the keys, I'll go down and all.
Yeah, you were embarrassed
I'm
by
embarrassed because my car's a mess.
I would be too. Dan, so let me get it straight. You finish a cup of coffee, and then you just toss it over your shoulder into the back seat?
It depends on how much room there is.
How old are you, Dan?
I'd rather not say. How old am I, or how old do I act sometimes?
Well, okay. Yeah,
there are times when I'm 16 years old, and, I'll Yeah, sometimes I won't toss it over the shoulder. I'll just, kind of put it in the back. And then I'm going to, throw it away when I get home. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm.
And then I forget. And then I forget. And then I forget.
And the next day.
And then my wife is like, good Lord, how much coffee do you drink? And it's unfortunately a lot. So anyway, why are we talking about this again? Oh, because of my anyway, whatever.
Is there something that we should know about
I'm addicted to coffee.
Apple?
Apple? What are you talking about? Apple?
Amy asked me.
Amy asked you, Apple? No. Oh. So you know what happened to me one time? I'm driving to work. Oh, God. Okay.
This is fun. I love this.
You know what?
Yeah,
I don't
go
like
ahead.
when you and my wife talk, Joan. I'm driving to work. I'm eating an apple on the way to work. I thought my window was rolled down.
Oh.
And so I go to throw the apple core away, and it slams into the inside of my car window and ends up in my back seat. And I sat there with that apple glob on my window for far too long. And finally, Amy says, "What is that on your window?" And I said, "I have no idea, honey." Then she finds the apple core in the back seat.
Yeah.
And then it all came rushing back where I had tried to throw the apple, because, those are degradable. You know what I mean?
I throw apple cores out, guys, and banana peel. Yeah.
And banana
Totally
peels, all
get
right.
it.
But then I'd completely forgotten about it. And so she kept that. She's like, she'd been in my car a couple of times. She finally asked, "What is this smear on your car window on the inside?" I honest to goodness, I had no idea. And then we go to the car wash, and it had to be like 2 weeks old, this apple core. But you know what was nice, though? I liked the smell of apples, and it was almost like an apple air freshener in my car.
Sure.
What time of year was it? It makes a difference.
It was earlier this year. Yeah. It's springtime. It's springtime. Yeah. So
it wasn't providing like a cooked apple smell in your car.
No, just a nice. In fact, it's funny because I remembered, now that I'm thinking back to all of this, I'm remembering now that I would get in my car and it would smell a little bit like apple. And I'm like, I don't even have an air freshener. There was one point I thought that my lovely wife had actually, kind of surreptitiously, secretly put an apple-scented air freshener in my car. And I said, "That's very sweet of you, honey. Thank you for doing that. Where is it?" And she's like, I didn't put an apple air freshener in your car.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
I think this is the part where I start shame spiraling again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. You know what? My car's going to smell pretty rancid once that water starts, drying up and it's in my, I've luckily these days I've got leather seats. So all I got to do is wipe off the leather seats, right? Because if
Yeah.
you're leather seats, the water doesn't matter.
So do you have electronic windows that the controls are on the door panel?
Yeah.
Well,
but
good
they
luck with
rolled up.
that.
But everything rolled up fine. It's
Today.
Yeah, you're right. We'll have to.
Sometimes it takes a little while for the water to seep in, and
It does, actually. I've noticed that the last time this happened. So anyway, moving right along. I'm sure this conversation is fascinating to everyone. My multiple foibles as a man, a husband, and a father.
yeah. But we love those things about you.
You know what?
Yeah,
At least I'm not Jimmy Kimmel.
that's right.
All right, so he is coming, just very quickly, he's coming back tonight. So all those people that said he got fired, see, I think I always said he's been suspended. He has not yet been fired because they're looking at his contract to figure out if they can fire him for cause. Now, people are commenting that maybe he's coming back because they could not figure out how to fire him for cause, and he was going to bring a lawsuit. The Sinclair stations, his affiliates have said, we don't want him back. And so we're going to see what he does tonight. The Disney, his syndicator, actually said the reason we pulled him off the air had nothing to do with the FCC. It had nothing to do with Donald Trump. The reason we pulled him off the air was because he was saying inflammatory things.
They didn't say he was lying, if you noticed.
I love how that's been in the newscast every time I've heard about it from Joan Jones.
Yeah, they said that it was inflammatory, but not a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great observation. He clearly, as everyone knows, if you've been paying attention to the storyline, he lied about the shooter of Charlie Kirk.
Well, and the defense has become that, oh, well, the joke was misinterpreted, that it's because MAGA has been adamantly denying that he's a member. That's the joke. I never said he was. No, you imply it with what you're saying and the fact that they're not coming out and, calling you out on that.
How is that a joke anyway?
It's not a joke.
That's not even a joke. That's not even funny. Me leaving my car window open in the middle of a rainstorm is funnier than that.
By leaps.
True.
By leaps and bounds. The activists, I think it was probably maybe the leftist activists and the worry about a lawsuit. Maybe that's why Disney has decided to bring him back. It's not the ratings. Part of what's going to happen, he's coming back. And his pants, I'm sorry for this, folks, but his pants have been pulled down. We have found out that his ratings are terrible. It's not making money. The local affiliates have a big-time problem and have had a big-time problem with Jimmy Kimmel's content for quite some time. So he's going to, I don't know, his attitude is going to be interesting when he comes back on the air tonight. What he actually says.
I'd like to know how ABC is making this work financially, because we already know that, he averages, 1.1 million listeners. Yep. He was the third lowest rated nighttime show.
So is there three, right?
Yeah, so
There's three.
Colbert actually had higher ratings than him, and they're taking him off the air.
Right.
So Jimmy Kimmel, he's a liability.
Yes.
He's a liability on many fronts. Now, he's going to get a lot of listeners, a lot of viewers tonight, because everybody will want to see what he's saying. He might even get a lot of listeners for the rest of this week.
We might even get, I'm sorry if you were offended.
I doubt it.
The ABC affiliates are saying to Jimmy Kimmel and his syndicator, we need a full-on apology, full stop. That's what we need. You need to apologize to Charlie Kirk's family, and you need to give a sizable donation to Turning Point USA. That's what they want from Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I don't think that Kimmel will do that, but that's what the affiliate stations through Sinclair, that's what they're asking for.